sing because I'm happy.
Background.
Because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow.
Oh my God, what's this? Elvie?
And I sing happy, and I sing happy, and I sing happy.
That crimes.
like Babylon and generation B8. With clean sense, uncommon, can you see straight? Freeze frames by the block, in the deep state, deep fake DNA. I'm mobbing with the think tank. You on the block with the guards, where the beats done. Go makes it loud for a law, get your beat stung. Freeze frame, make it hard for bombers roll through. That hating energy get barbecue beef bump. You work a third every day to get the same. Yeah, we got just like the murderers and rapists that you claim that you caught. So we burn a little sage, then we raid in your spot.
Get on, nigga, get your motherfucking ass down. What that motherfucking dope at? Fuck, nigga.
Said he pull crime, slow crime, slow crime, war crime. Said he pull crime, slow crime, slow crime, slow crime, war crime. Said he pull crime, slow crime, slow crime, Hey, my nigga, I ain't hating, and my nigga, I ain't lazy, but I know everything that they got come from slide. So why you tryna give me occupation? My nigga, I ain't hating, nah, and my nigga, I ain't lazy, but I know hoagies and some cold-blooded killers, rape and thieves, so why should I be patient?
I said he pull crime, said he pull crime, slow crime, said he pull crime,
This is First Shot, and welcome to Purportedly. Racism does exist. You know that. I know that. Hell, even Molly knows that. Now let's get that out of the way, and let's talk about our pants. Now you must be asking, what do I mean by pants? I'm talking about pulling all pants up. We can't always go after white people when we treat ourselves a certain way but not pulling up our own pants. It's been purported that black Americans pull up their pants less than white Americans. Now we gonna get to Daniel later. We gonna get to him. We're gonna get to Daniel Snyder. But I wanna focus on the purported reports on the black NFL players. When we show up to work late, and it's been purported that we've been on the weed, that does not make us look good in front of white America. That doesn't make it look good for me. And you know, on this show, I tell y'all the truth. Now I understand that there can be racism against the collectiveness against black people, but one black person can make us all look bad. If you show up to work late and it's been purported, we all look bad. I understand that there can be racism against the collectiveness against black people, but one lazy black person can make us all look bad. If one black person is late and it's been purported, we cannot call that racism. You heard that? I said racism. If Pookie on the block did not show up for work, we cannot purport that is racism. They may not like you, but we know ESPN loves me. Now, if Pookie on the block is late for work, and it's been purported that he has a history of tardiness, that is not racism. If a white person just don't like you based off of your personality, and it's been purported that they have a good record on other groups, including black people, then you may be the problem. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. It's not racism if I didn't see it. did they purport it as racism? I didn't see the purports. So how do I know that it's true? Point the camera towards me. Point it towards me. And I want to say this to white America, as a black man, that if I wake up and I am focused on making money, focused on making my bosses richer, so I could get a piece of that pie, that means that all people want this. I wake up every morning thinking, how much more money can I make with my bosses? How much more can I massage their balls? And I know that there are other black Americans out there like me, white America, that do not want any problems. We just want to make money like anybody else. And that has also been purported. So that's what I want to say to my white brothers and sisters out there. This doesn't mean it has nothing to do with all of you, because I know the majority of you are good. But it's been purported that black people want to make that dough. And we know ESPN is paying me well. Paying me damn good money. Okay, good. On this episode of Purportedly, in my documents, which I call the purporticles.
Warning. The Federal Communications Commission has determined the following content to be emotionally harmful. Snowflakes should not view this content under any circumstances, even if supervised by a G.I. Joe, Navy SEALs, Army vet, or someone with good common sense. The views and opinions expressed, including the depictions of persons of color, corrupt politicians, white people with or without a tan, haters who have yet to brush their teeth typing angrily in the comment section with hot breath syndrome, do not reflect any official policy or position of the U.S. government. This program contains graphic language, dark comedy, unique intelligence, creativity, a high credit score, and high blood pressure when triggered. This program has also been accused of racism, violence, misogyny, mansogyny, feminism, Nitaoism, defacement of celebrities, and of course, being a bully. Welcome to Thought Crimes.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thought Crimes. This is your girl, Sincere, and I'm here with...
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your man, P Solo, back on deck this morning. I hope you all are having a wonderful, miraculous Monday, too, by the way. So, again, shouts out to the wonderful think tank. I know you guys...
For the radio.
Yeah, yeah. This is for the radio.
This stuff for the radio.
I'm going to be honest with y'all.
This stuff for the radio.
That's my favorite song out right now. All right, y'all already know. You already know. This is not for the radio. But, you know, we definitely had to push the line behind Stephen A. Sin and his particles. All right? And I think Stephen A. Sin is a fantastic, wonderful representation of black Americans. And I can't wait to hear what Stephen A. Sin has to say about Jaylen Brown, too, by the way. All right, so we're going to be going into the Jaylen Brown conversation. Y'all already know, because I was wondering, Boston. I said, are y'all trying to prove me wrong by not being racist and keeping Jaylen Brown, the pro-black Scorpio who's doing things for his community? Were the white people, the great whites of Boston, trying to prove us wrong? And no, they proved us right, but we'll get into that. Also, I do want to touch on the dynamics, not so much the BET Awards, I'm not going to lie to y'all, because just in general, but I got to give it to Drewski. He's bringing lampooning back. And I'm just saying, I saw some of the people that looked a little constipated. For the most part, people were enjoying themselves. But I did notice around the hip-hop jokes, especially when he came out as Jay-Z, I saw a lot of people, they got tight. And I said, wait a minute, hip-hop can't laugh at itself anymore? So we're going to get into that as well. And then we're going to be talking about some other stuff on top of that as well. And then, of course, Future's joint radio.
It's not for the radio. Hip hop has had a constipation with humor for a long time.
Break it down, see. We can jump right into that.
Yeah.
Let's go right into that. You know me, that's really what I want to talk about. Besides Jaylen Brown's situation. Also said you do a great job as Stephen A. Sin.
Thank you,
All
Prince.
right, I'm gonna give her a round of applause. Sia looked at me. She said, "What?" I was like, "No, I got to give her applause because I think Stephen A. Sin is so hilarious and it looks stupid, But yeah, let's get into it. The idea of comedy, because I saw people get tight around the Joe Jackson skit. I thought the Joe Jackson skit was funny. Okay, it was supposed to be the prequel to Michael.
It was creepy at times.
That shit was funny to me, but he did look like The Weeknd up there.
He did look like Abel when Abel was doing that.
That plastic surgery, yeah.
album.
Yeah, but I did see some people get like tight. They were getting upset, and people were like moaning online. But go ahead, Sin. I want to hear your perspective on this here with Drewski comedy and aspects of the black boule not laughing at themselves.
The legendary comedians have come up and told us, even during the Def Jam comedy era, that one of the group that wanted to be physical the most when they did comedy was actually certain people in hip hop. A lot of people in hip hop take themselves too serious. We do a skit on Drake, then you have somebody who claims to be OVO crying about a Drake animated skit, or a Jay-Z animated skit, or a Kendrick animated skit, because the Kendrick one is coming too. So it's just too much crying and whining, especially from a genre that claims to be so tough
and rebellious.
And rebellious. It's like the biggest crybabies sometimes when it comes to comedy, which it can be a little bit annoying because nobody's trying to do political football here. There's a lot of comedy in hip hop. There are a lot of people to make fun of in hip hop, and also, period. When you're doing comedic skits, period. Of course, there's going to be a gamble because even outside of hip hop, you can also trigger certain political movements as well. Drewski did get into some hot water when you had Erica Kirk crying to everyone to try to censor Drewski. Even crying to Elon Musk to take Drewski's skit down off of X, but Elon Musk refused because he needs all the traffic he can get. So, going back to it,
he was gonna pass up them 100 million views,
right? I do think that if you find something not to be funny, fair, but if you see the majority of people, again, I say 70% up. If 70% up are laughing, then that means that was a successful skit. And if you're trying to put hands and feet on someone because they're doing a funny skit, then you have no life. You need to, go and do something else.
I'm glad you brought that up because I saw, I think I'm going to say, y'all, I saw about maybe 75% of Drewski's skits concerning the BET Awards. Look, I wasn't going to watch the show. I think the BET Awards have been very boring for a long time. Sometimes it depends if they're going to have like Regina Hall. I think she's comedically funny. And I didn't think Taraji P. Henson did bad per se. But
Prince, the heydays, Monique and the Smiths.
Yeah. Even Jamie Foxx.
My number one favorite BET Award show of all time was Monique.
Yes.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Second place for me was the Smiths. They were funny as fuck.
I forgot about that one.
And then third place for me would have been Jamie. But my top two is Monique, number one.
Right.
And the Smiths. And that's when it was black owned.
That's when it was black owned before Bob Johnson pulled away, I believe, from his wife, Sheila Johnson. Again, forgive me if I butchered. It's early in the morning. Had to throw things together at the last moment. But I did see the energy, and I'm going to be honest with you all. Shouts out to the Black Boule of Hollywood. A lot of you all have been stiff for quite some time. I saw a lot of meme mugging. You know, I did see people get uncomfortable when Drewski came out with Ice Cube. Even Ice Cube was kind of uncomfortable. I
think it was part of the play, though, between Ice Cube and him.
Yeah, I thought, like, well, I don't know. You know, you're right about that. It could be the case, but I did see the audience look a little stiff. And
it's
to
not
the
enough
point
of other acts mixed in there. That's why. Remember when Monique and Will and the Smiths were hosting, you still had a lot of big R&B acts and other black musical genres that was fused in there. Like even when Rick James came out and said it to the bitch in the back who must have forgot, I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yeah, I get what you said, but you're talking about like a better economy, so you could pay them to show up.
No, I'm saying, what do you think about it? Maybe do you think it's because it's just rappers in there being stone-faced and more rappers in there?
I do think a big part of it, because people don't talk about this enough, R&B and soul is a huge part of the BET Awards historically. Look, yo, with Chris Brown freestyling and auto-tunes and dissing other rappers on tracks, it's kind of like, where's the R&B flavor? Where's the culture? So it has primarily become a bit of a Source Awards to some degree, you know, with the rappers.
You saying that the BT Award is degrading into the Source
It's
Award?
It's looking like the Source Awards hosted by Keke Palmer.
Well,
you know?
Well, Keke Palmer, I think, would be
They're going to be setting her up for next year.
Comedic host for next year. I think her interaction with her and Drewski was very funny.
I think they need to do some stuff together.
I think they need to do a movie
like
together.
Like a husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, something. But the energy was on point with them.
It is becoming. Don't skip past that.
What's that?
Don't
skip past that.
It is becoming way too Source Award-ish right now.
It's a little bit too much.
Like
it's a little bit too much. All I'm waiting for is a shootout.
I love Young Miami. Spin That Shit is a dope ass song for fun.
Yes.
But when they were standing up for Young Miami like she was Michelle Obama
or Aretha Franklin,
I said, damn, the black industry
it's done. So that means Dee will get a round of applause. She's the girl that got, peed on. So we know the pisser is going to get a round of applause.
If you get a standing ovation for, like you said, for someone who allegedly got pissed on, who said they love piss showers.
Hey, that's her business.
And that's her
Shouts
business.
out to the Aquarius.
Shout out to Young Miami. I actually still find her to be very funny.
She's funny.
And still very likable. But nonetheless, just to see that,
I know.
it's like
we
you
got
said,
nothing.
This is the Source Awards.
Bro, we got nothing. We got nothing. And the only reason why I just wanted to throw that in there, because I wasn't going to go through and break down. I did see some of the performances, like the homage to Lauryn Hill. I thought that was really nice.
And D'Angelo, that was nice too.
And D'Angelo, would like to see something like that with Angie Stone. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, can cue Illuminati music. But yeah, I will say, I thought Drewski for the setup, and this is something that Damon Wayans talked about, a great comedic mind that he is. He did say that there's a difference between doing like skits and then he says maintaining a show. And of course with the BET Awards, I think Drewski may have the freedom of creativity to a certain degree, but you still have showrunners that will tell you what you need to do, stand here, stand there, this, that, and the third. But yeah, I do kind of feel like I'd probably say for the past 7 years, the BET Awards, it's kind of looking like Ozone. It's kind of looking like the Source Awards.
But because also it's not black owned anymore, I do want people to remember
Bob Johnson. Bobby Johnson.
Bob Johnson, number one, should have listened to his wife.
Sheila Johnson. Sheila L. Johnson.
A lot of people don't understand how intelligent that woman is. She told him not to sell. He gonna sell, and then he tried to do a bootleg streaming service that nobody wanted to fucking see. Look, when them white people give you one chance to get your foot in there and own something as a black person and you sell it, I personally think that that's just asinine beyond belief, because there's so much that Bob and them could have done with BET, especially right now and what's happening politically. But going back to the BET Awards, I think a lot of people had solid performances. I think that looking at the tributes to D'Angelo and to Lauryn Hill, just being able to see Queen Latifah, being able to see even Doechii and SZA up there and other people give tribute to a lot of the
Right.
icons that came before, because I do think sometimes, Lauryn Hill gets too much negative attention at times. I don't really think she'd be doing anything except for her showing
You think
up late.
so? You think like?
Showing up late is
Yeah.
the only thing. No, but I remember in the
Oh, you talking about back in the day?
back in the day, even sometimes
Sometimes
now.
I think black people just be having fun.
Because people get so caught up in the height of like that super fan shit that I even saw like she showed love to Kendrick before, but then also showing love to Drake.
Oh
and
yeah, when she showed love to Drake.
then people try to take her hip hop badge and like stop being ridiculous.
Bro, you can't take. Hold on. You ain't got no power right now to get reparations or take Lauryn Hill's credentials. Also, shouts out to Phoebe. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for the $1.99. We will put that towards some milk. Thank you so much. We thank you, Phoebe. I like what you said about that with Lauryn Hill, because we got to keep in mind how she was unceremoniously removed from the public space, even though she said otherwise. But if you go back, when you're younger growing up, clearly between Howard Stern and Eminem, primarily to a white audience, they were able to mock Lauryn Hill to levels where the type of artist she is, she's not a comedic artist. Yes, she does acting, but it wasn't like she was in videos with Redman and they were able to kind of mock her out of existence.
I think her point was, I decided not to continue on. Mm-hmm. She's basically saying, I chose not to continue on. She could have She could have fought for her placement, but the rumors and allegations we heard about the industry, she just didn't want to be bothered anymore. Yeah. Because remember, the music industry is not set up about talent alone. No. Like Prince and I was talking about this off air. Barry is still alive.
Yes.
He's still alive. The Coco Cabana.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he had a great relationship with Clive Davis.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And it's nothing.
Barry Manilow.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Barry.
Yeah.
He seems to mind his business. He's always quiet. He's one of the smartest artists to always keep his mouth shut. But there have been
people. He was a great mother to Ellen.
There have been people who have been far superior to him in talent.
Yeah.
That have bit the dust in the industry because of politics in the industry and mafias in the industry. And that's very important for people to comprehend that the industry is based more on mafia and politics than skill set and talent and God-given gifts. That is not the leading cause. Now, don't get me wrong. At the beginning of the structure of the industry, they needed as many talented, gifted people as possible. That's why the more you see the music industry continue on, the more barbaric it becomes, and the more you see that it's less about talent. Whitney Houston could not be discovered in this type of climate, but also during these times, it's supposed to become more open source anyway. Like, this is why you do have some Trojan horses in the independent scene that want to bring the present Clive Davises into the independent scene and try to control what people say, trample over people's First Amendment rights. So then, industry artists can try to go back to the golden era where people could be shut down and shut up if they don't agree with something, with a particular syndicate in that industry.
I love when they try to do that. I love seeing them people drown. And I was like, I can't wait to play the new Future on top of them as they drown. Also, shouts out to Phoebe. Phoebe says, just buy the full damn gallon, Prince. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Shouts out to you.
Come on, man.
All right. But no, absolutely. Yeah, I think it was interesting because I was looking at some things. I was kind of doing a little bit of research, and I wasn't even really thinking about the BET Awards, when I was looking into like the history of BET, and I was just recalling because remember around the time when Bob Johnson was announced as America's first black billionaire? Remember, that was the whole thing, because people forget that whole billionaire run, like who will be the first black billionaire? Like there was an arms race of that. There was like, is it going to come out of hip hop? Is it going to come out of science? Is it going to come out of tech? And Bob Johnson had announced that, he was the first black billionaire. And then he dropped out because the divorce settlement, and then the one income became two because then Sheila Johnson took her money, and then she like reinvested it into other successful enterprises. And later on, she did go on record and say she was disgusted as to what BET had became by that time, because it was, one of the things that people were doing a lot of write-ups on was that BET was becoming a lot more raunchy, and they say that it was losing its focus and message overall. They didn't mind that you can host hip-hop, but they was like, have some diversity. In fact, it was so bad, you guys remember.
BET needed to be balanced, yeah.
It wasn't, yeah, she's right about that. Remember, BET had banned Little Brother's video. You guys remember that? From the minstrel show. And if you go back and look at the video, I was actually looking at the video 3 days ago, excuse me. And I was like, why did this video get banned, right? And you got to keep in mind with a group like Little Brother, they can't get no play nowhere else. They couldn't get play on VH1. They couldn't get play on MTV. So when they got banned, that kind of killed their buzz of their minstrel show album. It's a hip hop classic, right? It's definitely a hip hop classic.
I mean,
but at the time, it was very weird for BET black execs to try to explain why did they ban Little Brother's video. And these were some of the things that
fingers and cookie holes allegedly during that time.
You already know.
Yeah,
that's what they were happy about.
We talked to someone at We Buy Black in Atlanta. We talked to a woman, beautiful black woman, had a beautiful family, and she said she had to get out of BT because they were playing with cookie holes, and they weren't being serious. Like she had
demands on the table.
She had a dope book for black children, and she said like they were just so the best way I can describe it is parts of Hollywood is it's like Rome, Caligula type stuff. So they're not really focused on being visionaries or innovation because and this is not just the black ones, the white ones and Jewish ones too, but they get away with it more. But they're just more about overindulgence and shit that like go have an orgy at home. Like why does business need to be?
Because it's about power, sin.
Derailed based off of whatever you want to do with your private parts.
Also, shouts out to Ray here. Says, get some cereal too, LOL. Oh, man. Y'all know that was a joke, right? Shouts out to Phoebe, though. But I appreciate y'all helping us put our breakfast together. All right? We love y'all so much.
Especially since industry people are trying to hunt us.
Yeah.
They're like, is Dark Crimes going to have a Rock Nation chain? Is Dark Crimes going to have an OVO chain? Is Dark Crimes going to have a PG Lang chain? And like Prince said, we wear Dark Crimes. That's what it is.
Dark Crimes, Shawty. I'm sorry.
It's Dark Crimes.
No, it's Dark Crimes. Yeah. So, but overall, though, my honest opinion, I think Drewski is feeling his chops out. My honest opinion, I don't really see that many visible comedic minds or people that are working with mirth that actually make me laugh. But Drewski, a lot of his stuff, because where he chooses to cross boundaries, I think it's perfect. I do think it's a lot of hypersensitivity. It's not just
he's getting
with
into
the
his
blacks.
prime, though.
Yeah, it's not just with black folks. It's just, you kind of seeing across the board everywhere. And I think for what he was doing for the BET Awards, like that was funny to me when he came out as Jay-Z. I actually thought this shit was funny.
No, I was gonna say he's getting into his prime because years ago he just only made me chuckle.
Right.
Never like a full-blown laugh.
He's taking more direct risks.
The last 2 years, it's been more extremely funny. Like the Baptist Super Mega Church.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And then the
black folks,
the Erica Kirk.
Right.
Then I'm like, oh, right, now you're making me really laugh now.
Yeah. Well, also, I do like the idea that he's playing a lot on black humor. Again, black humor has shaped a lot of the comedy in this country. There's a rich history between or behind black people and comedy in this country. And that's why a lot of times when people are looking for comedic ideas, they go hang around black folks just in general. And I guarantee you're going to have a bunch of people in your family that are just naturally funny is epigenetics too. To be real with you, so some of the stuff that he typically lampoons is relatable to Black Americans. Like, for instance, I'm not saying it can't transcend because other groups, everybody else does find it funny, but there is something where he's touching on a soul stone there. So, like when he had when they did the cipher, and he had what was it, White Boy? I said that reminded me of the nigga that came out talking about twin. Drake took my record, twin, and people were talking about this boy like it was normal. I said, bro, are we gonna ignore that this is a country wigger? Like, they come on, twin, and everybody just having videos. I said, bro, he look crazy.
Twin,
yeah,
what you doing, twin?
Man, when I saw Juicy up there making fun of that shit, I thought that shit
Take me through there.
Yeah, like, bro, come on.
Take me through there. Where we going, twin?
Yeah, like I also think it's important to kind of keep that energy there because it keeps the public from being drunk. Like, everybody was making a big deal about what he was saying. I said, bro, he coming out as a dirty Kentucky Fried Country wigger.
Yeah, I also saw some people complaining about the SZA and Doechii saxophone thing. I think his whole point was trying to play off of Oscars and other award shows.
The Apollo.
And also the Apollo, too.
The Sandman. Sweep, stomp, wop, wop.
But also... the Oscars where like you have a certain amount of time and then they start playing the music. I think that was the. Go ahead. I do think some people had got sensitive about with that.
Come on now.
Even Punch got sensitive about it, saying it was weird. I mean,
why wasn't Punch there?
I don't know. Punch may have.
Where was Punch at? Why wasn't Punch there?
I don't think it's weird unless something behind the scenes is not being told. If he's just trying to do that Oscar stuff and, you know, Apollo and having some fun. And I also think that SZA and Doechii handled it well. They was on stage. I thought their clapbacks were funny. So, I don't know. That's my personal opinion.
Well, I will say this. I think the only gaffed actually was the damn saxophonist. Because, because he was trying to play the Boys in the Hood song.
I didn't know that. So he fucked up.
He fucked up.
He didn't play Boys in the Hood.
I was like, damn. So that's why it came off weird. Because think about like when you're trying to tell a joke. If you ever tried to tell a joke and then like your mouth gets tongue tied or something, like you fuck up the joke. You're like, never mind, man. I'm good, man. Y'all go next, right? And so that's what he was supposed to do, and that was supposed to be like impending danger to get them off the stage. Now, is there some back politics to this dusty culture called the industry? Absolutely. All right, we saw Kendrick Lamar roll his eyes at Drewski. Drewski was like, whatever, nigga, right? And we know Drewski and Drake are cool, and we know SZA and Doechii, they TDE, because that's why Punch talked online. He said, this is weird. And that's cool, but I was laughing because the saxophonist fucked up the joke. And then so he ended up getting cooked. I will say SZA and
be split into Drake and Kendrick. See, that proves the point.
That's my point. I'm just telling you like why everybody's cutting up
I
on.
know, but the fact that is like, who gives a fuck, niggas? We talking about entertainment. Y'all keep splitting shit into this goofy ass Kendrick and Drake shit, and y'all being too serious. Y'all drying the space up. Niggas already getting into YouTubers already getting into beef over celebrities. You know,
that's why you need comedy scene.
You have Lupe crying still online. And again, just to make it clear, I don't care about Lupe's hip hop opinion. I think he shines there a lot. I think what he does at MIT is great.
Right.
We made it clear.
He don't even know I was in his classroom. Lupe, you have no idea, nigga. I was in your class.
We made it clear years ago. Lupe does not know how to talk to people, and you can't keep using your industry credentials when it comes to a lack of communication skills. You can't be like, Yeah, I could bully over people because and talk over people because I'm a great lyricist or I have classic albums. Did you ever create a music label? No one gives a fuck. Burn the music labels down. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit anymore. We open source over here. People are moving into the future right now. Nobody give a fuck about all that industry credentials. Talk to somebody like a human being and then people will listen to your point of view. That's the only issue with Lupe. Start talking to people like human beings. Stop trying to do that goofy shit with your badges from the industry.
That's fine. I just think Lupe needs some nervines. He seems like a kind of nervous nigga, you know. So his eyes jumping and everything. I think he needs some L-theanine, some chamomile. But I didn't have a problem, and I still don't care or have an issue with Lupe having his personal opinions, you know, when it comes to him structuring words together, you know. And he said that before. Right. However, look, I do appreciate the existence of Drewski. All right. I'm just going to tell you that. Who else can y'all point to at a visible level that is comedically humorous? You may not think they funny all the time, but I ain't laughed at Kevin Hart in years.
Well, we already know that. He went to industry.
So
he can't.
Who
pigeonholed?
Yeah, so who can we like watch at that level? That's like, okay, I know they're going to try to make the audience laugh, right? Versus stunting on the audience, and even like Lupe screaming, and like, yeah, hip hop, it's just too serious right now. It's too grumpy. It's just like it is. It's like some grumpy.
Wow, coming from Prince.
Yeah, but
Old Man Logan.
But at least y'all laugh. Like
that is true. At least when you grumpy, you do be making us laugh.
Yeah, but it's like, why is the skateboarder screaming?
Oh, RDC. No, he does keep the comedy going. No, that's true.
RDC. Yeah,
RDC said he got a bit irritated because there were OVO people who were crying about his OVO skit.
Oh, yeah, I do remember him talking about that.
So people get it.
The whole squad all together.
Right.
Because also one of the RDC members showed up in the Baby Keem video.
Right. But also, some of the RDC people have showed up for J. Cole and for Drake too. So it has, a lot of people have been super serious about this stuff. But then when you get serious too and be like, when people be serious, then they be like, nothing's going on in the industry, lighten up. Then y'all like, all right, niggas, then the battle, all that, not serious. Okay, we lighten up. Then when people light up, why y'all not serious?
Well, the only thing I thought was interesting, even when Punch said what he said, you know, and of course it's politics shit, you know, camps playing against camps, whatever. All right, that's what I told y'all. I said I'm not interested in that. You know, I'm not. But I just felt it was a bit. Only thing I said, the saxophonist fucked up the joke. I do believe he did fuck up the joke. I don't know what happened. He didn't cue it up at the right time. But
it did sound congested.
Yeah. It sounded like Bill Clinton.
The saxophone. Yo, was that Bill Clinton playing?
But, you know, the only thing I was going to say to that said, I remember, I think Punch tweeted one time. You remember when Doechii was sitting down with her DJ and then she said, who do you not like or something like that? She said straight men. And then like all the guys cut up because they're, oh my God. I remember Punch said.
I thought she was joking.
Yeah, Punch said lighten up.
Yeah.
I was like, well, wait a minute.
Punch, lighten up. Same thing goes, lighten up.
Yeah, so.
I thought, and also people got to remember. I think
people got to keep that going.
Doechii and SZA handled themselves very well on stage.
They actually
did a really good performance.
SZA exited on a very nice zinger. She said he's supposed to be doing doo-doo-doo-doo, and she said this is a solo. Like she was mocking that he was fucking up.
Right. So and he didn't even catch that.
No.
You think Twitter finger, X fingers, Punch would be like, oh my God, SZA funny, because that's what person I picked up on.
Yeah,
the saxophone
SZA, she responded.
He fucked up.
He fucked up, man. What we talking?
He had a bad performance.
Hey, Punch. It'll be different if the nigga got a sweep off the girls. But she was from behind the arc. SZA delivered a zinger.
And that shows you she has a good musical ear.
Right.
The fact that she heard he was fucking
she
it
said,
up.
She said, them notes fucked up, nigga. Oh, you tried to shoot me, did you, nigga? But your gun jammed, nigga. I'm like, Punch, she handled herself pretty well. She got that nigga. Because If it would have been a real moment, Sin, if he would have hit every note, it would have been trending all over Twitter.
Right.
All right. So I think that shit was funny. Everybody said he looked like a fat Absol up there.
He did.
Y'all did make me laugh a lot.
He looked like a Dunkin' Donuts Absol. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. It looked like
that was funny to me.
It looked like MJ's dad mixed with Abel's face. So I'm like a Dunkin' Donuts, Abel. It's like
when was he coming out there with that Diana Ross wig?
The wig did look. You could
the Supremes.
And then he also, I personally think where he was instigating a little bit is because he had a wig, so he was doing a play on Nicki Minaj joke too.
Oh,
think about
yeah,
it. They keep crying saying
Jay-Z
got a wig.
Jay-Z got a wig. I never knew that. I never knew that this would be a conversation about Jay-Z's hair. We never knew that there would be a great nigga civil war over Jay-Z's follicles. All right, but overall, no. I think Drewski did decent. Given his experience coming off of the internet. Remember, his start is on the internet, and this is where he's taking it. I think they were already soft launching it for Keke Palmer. That's why they had that exchange, which I thought it was a very natural chemistry. I thought Keke Palmer was very funny, on point. So again, I just think hip hop in itself is taking itself way too serious. It's too much crying. It's too much moaning, and it's too many. I don't know. It's too many victim breakdowns. So it's just like, yeah, it is like, niggas, shut the fuck up. Like, I mean, like, come on, everybody gonna get roasted.
Everybody's a victim. Yeah. Drake a victim. Jay-Z a victim.
Yeah, come on, like, damn, who the champs? Y'all out here. This is Caitlin Clark. Y'all on y'all Caitlin Clark
Kendrick
shit.
A victim. Everybody
a victim.
No one's talking about the comedy of it.
Nothing.
Okay, protect your artist by talking about her joke that was funny.
Right, yeah.
Let's not make it stink it up with being super serious.
Yeah, because I thought SZA, she pulled a Steph Curry from behind the arc. She shot back.
Especially when it's on the other side getting made fun of. Nobody is saying, oh, well, because that person's connected to TDPG Lane, so we shouldn't laugh at the jokes if it's funny against OVO. Like, come on.
If the joke's funny, it's just funny.
And
it
y'all
is what it is.
supposed to be adults, acting like fucking high school.
The other side of it, I think, I did want to say this, Sam. From your neck of the woods, I had told you this last night, and I'll say this again. I do, looking back, growing up, even though we was catching the back end of his career, it still makes me appreciate MCs like Redman and early Busta Rhymes. I'm talking about Slim Busta when he was like hilarious jokes.
Before he became anti-Black American?
Busta got too serious. Hey, yo, let me tell you something. Y'all don't have no culture. Busta, why are you saying these things?
Busta?
Yeah.
What's that right now?
So in my head, this Busta Rhymes is a beef clone. This is a beefy clone. But yeah, Redman and in that whole era, like people having fun, Method Man, How High, people forget like that is a part of hip hop too. You get what I'm saying? It's like, come on, like, even when Tupac was mocking Bob Dole and Bill Clinton in How Do You Want It, funny shit. So, anyway, I just think, people, they're a little bit too constipated right now. So they don't, it's just whatever. But overall, I think a majority of the skits he was doing, I thought they were pretty funny. I do think, I don't think any of these personality programs are bigger than the program. I think they can be mocked because they're here. Yeah, 96 Buster. When disaster strikes. Let's get into the next situation here. Jaylen Brown.
I think Jaylen Brown's father made me laugh when he was on Sway in the Morning.
Talk to us, in.
First of all, I thought that was his older brother. His father, he's taking great
Take
care of himself.
Yeah.
I didn't know who. The first day was like he was defending. I'm like, oh, Jaylen's older brother must be coming out clapping back.
No, I'm his father.
It's like,
that's my son.
And he's like, yes, my son is a gentleman, but I'm gonna come out here and clap back at Stephen A. Smith, which I thought was funny. And also shout out to LA though for putting hands and feet on Jake Lang, who was out there. The Mossad
LA
agent.
did this.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let's give it a round of applause to LA. Wow. That's good.
He
Shouts
was-
out to L.A.
He was outside, not trying to be a comedian. He was outside starting some real trouble, trying to destroy everybody's, night. And
What's up with him?
He's a Mossad agent. He has starting trouble.
Yeah, it's just, and he has, as the white boys say, he has no riz, right? You know what? Jake Lane is a suicidal sub. Everywhere he crashes into, he's getting his ass beat. Have you ever noticed this?
Yeah.
He just crashes into a crowd. It's Mexicans kicking his ass. It's black people kicking his ass. Sometimes it's other Jews kicking his ass. Like, nobody likes
Arabs,
Jake. Arabs,
He was in Detroit or he was somewhere in Michigan.
Yeah, so, again.
Oh, I get what you're saying. He's a pass around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, he into it. I get what you're saying.
Superhead Jake. Yeah, because I'm like, why are you always getting your ass whooped? And he's like, oh, yes. And then, y'all ever see when he get the cuffs put on him? It's like the climax of orgasm. He's like, oh, yes, they got me. So every time I look up, I see him getting beat, But, yeah, so with Mr. Brown, Jaylen Brown, from what we were able to research and what you're reading online, some people are coming forward now. It seems like some of the owners want Mr. Brown out of Boston because of his politics.
So we got two.
Yeah, go ahead.
They tried to sabotage, whether you like him or not, they tried to sabotage Kyrie because he was pro the people of Gaza. And he was pro the people of Gaza at the time where a lot of the people who are claiming to be media activists right now was actually going against him because Hussein Piker at the time called Kyrie Irving an anti-Semitic dumbass.
Yeah, he did.
He said that Kyrie was all these different things. Now he's speaking like Kyrie, got him and his uncle banned from the UK, and now they're being called anti-Semitic. But again, when Kyrie sticked his neck out there and said he is of Semitic descent, which he very well can be because parts of East Africa, Upper West Africa, and North Africa have Semitic people there.
Start with the Coptic Christians,
Right.
Yeah.
So when he was saying what he was saying and defending his freedom of speech while he retweeted a book, Hassan and the Young Turks was not on his side at the time, and they were kicking his back in. And then another person right now, Jaylen Brown, who Jaylen did defend Kyrie Irving, saying he doesn't have to agree with everything he says to defend his freedom of speech and expression.
Right.
And he's another one who's getting in trouble for a different reason, not for the Gaza stuff, but he has been trying to put his money where his mouth is pertaining to black causes, and he wanted to turn parts of Boston into what he said, its own Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. That's what he's being very ambitious about. And it seems like the Boston Celtics don't like that energy. Because remember, when Kyrie was over there with the Boston Celtics, he was having a lot of issues.
Oh, yeah.
With that organization as well.
Yeah, I told you guys I was in Boston. We was in Boston for like a brief stint. I did not like it, and I got the vibe immediately. So, hats off to Jaylen Brown for actually living there and choosing to build there. And notice the dirty tactic that they did. They want to send him clear across the United States to Portland, and there have been rumblings about higher ups within the ball club saying that they did not like how vocal he was with his politics. Now, remember, some of these ball players actually, even if they're not as vocal as Jaylen Brown, they can be doxxed on where they're investing their money and who they're investing their money into. And that happens a lot because you guys know if you're black, get back. And so, Jaylen has been very vocal. I did see his podcast when he was sitting down with 19 Keys, and I did recall hearing some of Jaylen's talking points. He seems very serious, and from what you kind of hear, he's behind the scenes, he's the real deal. So I'm not all that surprised, but this also goes back to the point of what we were talking about, because sports is tied into entertainment because it's sports and entertainment, and that is all under the umbrella of an industry.
And Jimmy Iovine's cooking with the superfan.
Yeah,
you see
so
how
y'all
see even the BET Awards being split into superfan shit.
I know nobody wants to laugh because what team I'm riding for.
Yeah, salute to the Sith Lord, nutsack himself, Jimmy Iovine with Complex and Network.
No, she's right.
Doing turning the online experience.
Got mind control over niggas.
Of music into super fans.
Yeah, super fans. Like, people look, yeah, might as well be blood and Crip. All right? It's easier. Shit. Just take the shirt off, right? But that does tell you like how controlled the space is. That's what we're talking about. And that space has bled online. So some people didn't like how Mr. Brown was talking, right? How he was walking. And they said, look, we want him out of here before Tatum. And we know for a fact, Jaylen Brown had been carrying that team, and he's been carrying the team. It's that, and I think one of the reasons why he did not garner the same visibility as some of my personal opinion, lesser counterparts is purely because of his political stance on a lot of things. In a lot of issues, he's very vocal. So they don't want that to be a part of the NBA. If you put on a I Can't Breathe shirt and everybody agrees that it can be merchandised through the NBA, then yes. But for what he's talking about, they're saying no.
Filmtown said, I'm too old to be a super fan. Bro, I'm there with you. I'm like, bro, I'm not a fucking teenager where, you can fan out and be a super fan for a fucking celebrity. Prince and I was talking about this off air too. People are way too old to be a fucking super fan, okay? Like, come on. In music, way too old to be a fucking super fan.
Well, what happened to just being a listener? Imagine me being a super fan for Future.
Imagine all the people.
No, I was like, nigga, I like the music, but I'm not gonna do that. Kendrick,
fans.
Drake.
Whoa.
Some of y'all ain't even super fans.
Say I'm a dreamer.
Some of y'all ain't even super fans for your spouse.
I saw someone said, I used to listen to your show, but I don't trust you because you went up against Drake. Bitch, who gives a fuck if you trust me or not, nigga? Do I know you?
See,
Have I met you in real life, psycho?
We Don't Trust You was a great album.
And then also, like some of the people.
Wait a minute. Pause real quick.
Go ahead.
As a listener, where does trust come in? First of all, let's get that in order. Like, as a listener, where does trust come in?
First of all, you've seen people do amazing things to help the community. That's a first step of like, okay, maybe we're onto something. But to say that you don't trust somebody because of how they talk about Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole, whatever, that means mentally you're fucking retarded, okay? Something is fucking wrong with you mentally.
Also, speaking of...
If you think that your trust level of whether someone can be trusted or not is based off of fucking celebrities, how this person talk about Jay-Z, I can't trust them. Like...
So, you trust a white supremacist? If they say they like him?
If they fuck with one of the celebrities that they fuck with,
a lot of the racist whites on all camps have been able to get backdoored into hip-hop. Also, shouts out to American Freedom. You're absolutely correct. Jaylen Brown has been criticized for his intelligence since he came into the league. And if you guys are unaware, he actually has been deemed one of the most intelligent players in basketball. So, again, reasons to hate on the Scorpio.
Right. Educational purposes.
Yes.
They said that he's like a really... I think that's why they want to separate him from parts of the league, because remember, they tried to divide black people all the time.
Yeah. They do.
One part that I did like with the... what was it? The track with Meek Mill and Rick Ross and Jay-Z when he said... They try to divide him and Ye's DNA. Mm-hmm. Whether you think, whoever camp you feel did more wrong with Ye and Jay-Z, whatever. Mm-hmm. The whole point is they do they try to separate the visionaries and innovators with those who understand culture and those who.
So you can put the leeches around them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
like,
it. And you can drain
those
them
who
like a little
understand
black battery.
how the industry works.
Yeah,
right.
that's it. That's all they want to do. They listen. I'm not gonna be honest with y'all. Like,
I mean, that's what they did with Ye with Virgil. Ye did something that was innovative with his merchandise with Yeezys, because even when we're talking about the sneakers, because most y'all see, come on, let's keep it a buck. A lot of people in the industry, not just the black ones, not just hip hop, they make money off of allegedly trafficking drugs and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, even when we talked about a lot of the white actors, Matthew Perry talked about it in his book, before, even though they became famous, they still wasn't making that much money. So some of them was selling drugs. So you do have a situation in the industry where some people are selling drugs. We've seen people in Hollywood get caught in the black market selling exotic animals. Some of them even selling people. So, going back to the present, when you talk about what Ye was able to do before he had his self-destructive meltdown, it was something that was very interesting for him to actually create a product that was worth billions. Because you got to remember, even when we're talking about a lot of tech giants, many of them make their money off of welfare from the government, with government subsidies.
Well, they don't look at it as welfare.
Yeah,
it's just not. It's the same engagement. It's the same action. It's just how it's marketed. So subsidies, they're not looked at as welfare. You get what I'm saying? And that's why they're able to get away with that. Now, we told you guys about the power of the dark magic of media. So they've been sicked on Jaylen Brown of lowering his value in the market. Stephen A. Smith has come outside once again, and he's going to begin his little anti-Jaylen Brown tour like he did early on back in the day with Kwame Brown.
Because he's scared of Trump. Trump called him low IQ again.
And he didn't have no smoke.
No, I'm going to say this.
He had no smoke, y'all. Trump called him stupid.
Yeah.
I want y'all to think about this. Trump called Stephen A. Smith before he got on Air Force One.
Stupid.
He said he's low IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Low IQ. And Stephen A. Smith didn't even give you all an epic rant. He didn't give y'all no smoke. No, he said, and you call me low IQ. Well, I think you're being a meanie pants.
It was so whack. Yo, Stephen A. Smith, and you supposed to be from New York.
I said Meek Mill could have wrote you a better comeback.
You supposed to be from New York.
Yeah.
I have to even give some Jay-Z a little bit of credit. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z, Desiree Perez got a great relationship with the Trump family. And he still called out Trump when Trump was talking all that lip to him.
Yes.
We even saw Kendrick Lamar back in the day on, what was it, when the Heart Part 4?
Yeah. The electoral vote is looking like the memorial vote.
And whether people like it or not,
Donald Trump's a chump.
A very long time ago, even years ago, Drake went on stage dissing Trump too.
He did, yeah.
Yeah,
Stephen A. Smith.
I'm like, you got called out directly by Trump.
He was performing up
and
there.
And he called you low IQ, and you don't got nothing to say?
He came out there looking like erectile dysfunction.
Bro,
you washed, nigga.
You right, his dick ain't working.
Yeah, bro, you washed.
What makes this worse?
Sass is washed.
We gotta go with Lupe. He's sexy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What he say?
Sexy, baby.
Yeah,
it's sexy. It's sexy
smooth,
time.
Sexy shit.
But, it's like, yo, he called you out directly. Said
he called you dumb.
And you from New York?
Yeah.
You from New York, bro?
I got 100 guns, 100 clips.
You from New York and you don't got nothing to say? He almost made the Knicks lose. The Knicks almost lost because of Trump.
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing.
Nothing. And I thought that was interesting, though, but it profoundly speaks to me. about the reason why I don't feel like Sin and I never, even on the back end of industry politics. We can't be. We're not going to be accepted there because, like, think about at the most venerated space where Stephen A. Smith is seen. Trump called him dumb. I had to keep putting this out here because Trump did call him stupid.
You know, this is a
He was about to call him a black ape
because Stephen A. Smith did turn on Kaepernick too, and to cover for them NFL bosses. You know what he said? Get that son of a bitch off the field.
Yeah, get him off the field right now. He's fired. Y'all remember this, right? Y'all remember this?
Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. He's fired.
Oh,
he's fired.
Also, can't forget about it. Chris Johnson, you are absolutely right. Nip and YG put out "Fuck Donald Trump." And also was sent visits from the FBI. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what I say. Y'all don't. I'm just saying from you all's perspective. I'm just asking you all a question. You guys don't kind of get like they're not even. You remember Agent Smith from The Matrix? Like he was a captain. Like you know the lesser agents, the ones that kept getting killed. We never knew what their names were. We didn't know if there was Agent Bob or Agent Joe, but we just know they kept getting killed. Like I feel like some of these guys act like Stephen A. Smith. I feel like in The Matrix they're them.
Yeah, pork chop too. What's his name?
Whitlock.
No.
Okay, which one?
The other pork chop. The one who he's always emotional. He always sounds like he got pork chops in his mouth. He was
Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
What happened now? He was trending.
He was jumping on the anti Jaylen Brown stuff too.
Now what is he saying?
I didn't watch. I don't know what he said. I just heard a clip or a little bit of it. And he was dissing too.
Kendrick Perkins is sleep apnea personified.
I can't. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes Stephen A. Punk ass is entertaining.
He is.
Yes.
He can be entertaining
Perkins
at times.
Is so boring.
Ooh.
He is so boring.
Yeah.
He's like Shannon Sharp, but slower.
Ooh, chopped and screwed Shannon.
Slow. Yeah.
That's what he chopped and screwed
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, bro.
Why is Kendrick Perkins getting on? They must have promised him a promotion. Oh, they let me go right afterwards. You know,
hey, Jaylen Brown dad came out looking gangster. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The shades and everything on Sway in the Morning.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Jaylen Brown has a father, Sam. Does Stephen A. Smith talk about his daddy? Where's his daddy at?
I don't know much about Stephen A. Smith.
Is it Jamaica? Where's his daddy at? Where's Stephen A. Smith's daddy at? Like, because look, I don't like it. I think overall Jaylen Brown has been again. We don't know these people personally, and you have to be careful. I'm not defending anybody. I'm just saying culturally,
we're looking at the optics.
He seems like a consummate professional. He seems like he's very aware of his influence. I don't like when I see refined black gentlemen in the media that weaker black men act like baboons.
Can I say something?
That's how I feel. That's just my honest opinion about it.
There's something neurologically wrong with Stephen A. Smith. Let me tell you why.
Well, Trump called him dumb.
Trump dumb himself.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Take one to know one type of thing.
He might recognize something. Oh, you dumb like me.
New York. Look, the diversity of the people he aim at is interesting, though.
Right.
Kwame, Jaylen, Kyrie, Kaepernick. To be honest, it's a very wide spectrum of people he targets, and it does seem like Stephen A. Smith comes off as a corporate hitman. That's what it comes off like. Like he's sent to go after people because some of the beefs don't even make any sense. Like he makes it personal with people that he has no personal smoke with.
You know, that's academics' uncle. I mean, listen, y'all. I'll just say, because I don't know what to say. Like, there's things where comedically I'll revisit certain jokes that are a little bit darker. Sending out, we'll revisit them, and I'll say, yeah, because you don't know with people when they start like being serious with a joke and then they start running with it for their themes of their videos. And I do notice with Stephen A. Smith, he typically attacks a lot of black people that are showing restraint publicly.
And to add to it,
I noticed that or not.
You remember, like, industry people do corporate hit jobs allegedly. Like,
yeah, they do.
Think about that one time.
Yeah.
It was Stephen A. Smith
right.
going after Kwame Brown. It was Charlamagne going after Kwame Brown.
Yeah,
it was all the smoke. Although
them.
All the Smoke has had some great interviews lately, but it was All the Smoke, Charlamagne, Stephen A. Smith. They all attacked Kwame Brown at once.
Right. Yeah.
And it was coordinated, seemingly. So, when you trigger that hive with them industry people, they do that them bird wave attacks. Remember that film from the birds? From,
yeah. After Hitchcock, the birds.
Yeah, the birds film.
Yeah.
They come swooping down like them crazy ass birds as a collective attacking people.
No, you're right about that, and I just don't think I don't really try to decouple emotionally from it. I have been paying attention to it, but y'all know how I don't like like people that try to act like I'm edgy, I'm a bully, and but I'm being paid to do these corporate hit jobs. But every time I see a powerful raggedy white person crash into Stephen A. Smith, I'm going to take the high road. Nigga, what? You never take high roads with black people.
He's never
take the high road with black people.
He did with Jasmine Crockett a little bit, but he started it. So that don't count. He was shucking and jiving, and this is not to say, I'm not even saying Jasmine Crockett is my type of candidate.
No.
Because I prefer candidates that focus on reparations as one of the top priorities and other things, right? But nonetheless, he started with her, then tried to backpedal for people. Bro, you started. You try to put shackles on her, but say that Trump can say whatever he wants.
Right.
That didn't make any sense.
Man, and I don't know. But I never really watched Stephen A. Smith like that. I think when I was younger, I was more of a listener of Stuart Scott. I just thought he had a jazzy way.
What you and Grenville talked about.
Yeah, that, but I kind of, how can I say this, Sid? I kind of saw Stephen A. Smith. It was almost like a Dollar General version.
Well,
at the time when he popped
that was different. He brought in like Jerry Springer, Oprah type stuff. That's what Stephen A. Smith brought in. See, when you talk about some of the other icons and legends in sports radio, we're talking about people who focusing on the sport.
Yes, yeah.
Like even when you talk about Stewart, he's not making it personal where he's like. No. He don't have to do that WWE stuff.
Right.
He is, and this is what we call someone who's purely in the love of the game. Whether you're talking about music or you talk about in sports or you talk about in just any artistic field or entertainment field.
Yes.
When someone is there only for the love of that profession, you could tell because everything they do, the breaking down is all about that. Stephen A. Smith be competing with athletes a lot of times for attention. He all up in the video on some P. Diddy shit.
Yeah.
His face on top of Serena Williams. His face on top of LeBron James. His face on top of Kyrie Irving. It's a me.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm more interesting than the sport.
That's funny, Sid. No, you're right about that because I think, to your point, like Stuart Scott, when he sat down with Magic and he sat down with like Kobe early on, and it was just about the game, right? But y'all should have known Stephen A. was going to be on some bullshit with his hairline when he came in. Right, this telling you right out the gate.
Like Dana White, he deboed his wife.
Yeah.
In the club.
And said nothing.
And Stephen A. Smith had his dick tucked between his legs.
This is none of my business. I said, what?
He did say it was none of his business.
I can't.
Oh my goodness.
He's beating his wife in front of national television. It's everybody's business.
But he was hunting LeBron James. No matter how you feel about LeBron, we're just talking about media.
Where's LeBron's underwear?
Corporate media just being, they're not having a consistency of balance in their approach. And we're talking about LeBron James, who's an icon.
Yes,
in the history books.
Yeah, he's in the books.
Or even if you talk about somebody who just put in hard work. Kwame Brown was a hard-working athlete.
Yeah, he was.
You singled him out and targeted him.
Because you felt comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
So going back to it is like, bro, like we know what it's about.
I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna get to your comment. Shouts out to Cal something. Cal something, man. I ain't seen you in a minute.
Actually, you could do Cal something and go to yourself.
Says Sass got to come from raccoon bloodline. The goofy.
He said he's the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. Rocket.
He said he's got the goof troop energy. Just oozes off of him too easily. Shouts out to you. And I want to break that down because I want to go into something that Sin said. We appreciate you so much. Shouts out to you, man. But you are absolutely right about that. You know what? I figured it out, Sin, while you were speaking. It just hit me. Bob Costas, Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman, when they were doing HBO boxing. I was catching every Saturday night. I was watching HBO boxing. Bob Costas, Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman, Stuart Scott, Stephen A. Those guys, even we disagreed with some of the statements Jamil made after she was unceremoniously. I still say it was wrong what they did to her, how she was booted from SportsCenter. But even with Jamil Hill and Michael Smith with his and hers, all of these people I mentioned, they made me want to watch the game. They made it a comfortable experience with their co-commentary to watch the game, and I would look to see what they were perspective. I don't feel that when I see Stephen A. Smith. I actually, a lot of times, I don't want to hear what he got to say.
And I don't want to hear what he has to say about the WNBA.
No, absolutely not.
The WNBA is cooking.
He was lead foot with that at the beginning.
For everyone who listened to B More and I 2 years ago when we talked about astrology-wise, the WNBA, and we said this is their and one era because they have a lot of Gemini stelliums in their chart.
Yes.
And when we talked about Paige and Caitlyn and Angel and so many of the rest of them, and even coming in right now, Olivia and what they're doing, this is an and one. This is not the one Michael Jordan.
No.
This is not the one Michael Jordan. They all trying to paint it inaccurately. Caitlyn is a great pure shooter. She's a horrible defensive player.
He said she's working with an injury right now, allegedly.
Yeah, she's working with an injury right now, allegedly. And then Paige Buckner is a great two-way player. But they all got their it factor, right? And, Angel Reese with the rebounds and a lot of other things she does amazingly defensively. But they've all been talking about the WNBA incorrectly, too. Even when they're lying about Thomas on the Mercury. She used to be on the Suns, but she's on the Mercury's right now. And they lied and said, like, she's just targeting Caitlin Clark. That's a lie because she took her hand and she slammed Angel Reese on the ground. She has made dirty plays before.
She's an enforcer.
And she's an enforcer. And Caitlin Clark is a dirty player, too. But
Caitlin is a dirty player.
Thomas is a enforcer, a dirty player. That's her job and energy. She was supposed to get a flagrant, too. Also, when I look at the clip, it looked like she didn't do it on purpose, but because of her history of doing things on purpose, I can see why people thought it was. But the overreaction with Caitlyn, with a bunch of people who don't know what they're fucking talking about, the WNBA was on a trajectory upward anyway. And Caitlin Clark absolutely made it more popular, but you know who else did?
Who's that, Sid?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese, absolutely, 100%.
And what they did is they did a corporate hit job against Angel Reese because at first her jersey was selling as well, not just Caitlyn. Now her jersey is still selling well, but it did take a dip for a short amount of time for a while
all that hate.
because of all the lying that was happening in media. Now some of the people who was on the Caitlin Clark coke as media hitmen and women on them platforms in the industry, they're trying to backpedal now because they realize they overshot.
Look at Jason Whitlock.
Yeah, they
Jason
realized.
Whitlock, he flipping.
Jason Whitlock realized, like, we was trying to make Caitlyn Michael Jordan. First of all, to all the dummies who said that Caitlin Clark was Michael Jordan, you should be ashamed of yourself. You try to degrade an iconic, legendary, superstar nigga who was superhuman for a certain amount of years. So much so that people thought he was the DT Hermes, and you try to degrade him to give welfare to some white woman. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Well,
she
also,
ain't a trash player,
no,
but she ain't
not.
no fucking Michael Jordan. What's wrong with y'all? All right, I'm off my soapbox. Go ahead, Prince.
There's nothing Caitlyn gives me to even Michelle Jordan. Okay. You know. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I look. I don't like the sports broadcasting era of Stephen A. Smith. I don't. I don't think you don't have the class of John Saunders. I don't think you have. Even when Max Kellerman was being very intrinsic with his breakdowns, Stephen A. Smith said he got rid of him. You know, so even when they threw Stephen A. Smith in the UFC, I said, you know what, I got nothing to do. Let me watch him fuck up, right? So when they put Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, and they put them in the helm to start doing commentary of the WNBA, they were lead-footed. They didn't know some of the players' names. They didn't know
anything.
They didn't know anything.
And they had
the only thing they went on,
who Angel Reese's power forward
Yes.
center had them going up against a point guard.
I know, that's what I said.
It's supposed to be
what are you
Caitlyn
doing?
versus Paige versus Miles. Right. That is what it's supposed to fucking be.
Hey guys,
Angel Reese has the potential of becoming a 25-11 type of player during the game. 25 points. She's still got to work on her offense, although she facilitates the ball very well offensively, but she's not a pure scorer. She has to work on that, but she's an A+ for as a defensive player.
Yeah.
And you have her. Just, the whole thing was garbage.
Yeah, like imagine you arguing about prime Anthony Davis versus Steph Curry, and then you would get called stupid. And I'm looking at Shannon Sharp's big back ass, talking about Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese can't compete with her. I said they don't play the same position. That's why I say you guys don't understand, I genuinely hate this era of sports broadcasting. It's possibly the worst. Yeah, Olivia Miles is definitely someone that's on my highlight reel. I like how she's giving break your ankle hot sauce energy. And I was waiting for somebody to really, really, really start cooking in that space.
You saw them passes? Like,
yeah.
Paige Buckner ball handle skills is crazy.
It is, yes.
Then you have Olivia. Like, how she get into the paint is beautiful.
And she creates her shots.
Yes.
She creates her shots. And I like the visual trademark, too. You got a trademark on there. I shift this way, make your afro go the other way.
Asia just got 38, 11 rebounds.
Oh, yeah, the face of the WNBA.
She's the face of the WNBA.
She's the face. And she's the Kemet face of the WNBA. They keep talking about, and I don't want to get into a space where, because what they do is try to radicalize people. So then now you cooking the way CeCe walks. I never met Caitlyn, so I tell Sin all the time, I don't try to get into that space, but they are getting on my nerve, though. And I hate it.
They trying to make her get indirect
shots.
Right.
Yeah, like, why y'all getting her shot up? Now, I think personally, it doesn't look like her and her coach really see eye to eye.
No.
And that's happened.
But and this is the interesting thing, though.
And that's happened too, but it wouldn't be the first time.
The current coach also used to work with the coaching staff from the Suns.
Oh, okay.
She's not a bad coach.
No.
The previous coach, I didn't put the last time the Indiana Fever, I didn't put that on Caitlin because their coaching staff at first was trash.
Right.
But with Mitchell and also with Boston there's no reason for there to be so much weird energy. The Indiana Fever organization backs Caitlin Clark and believe in her. But you'll listen to the people who don't watch the WNBA, they swear that's a lie. Now the coach and Caitlin don't see eye to eye because it's hard to coach her right now, synergy wise. I think that Caitlin relies on the refs too much with the flopping and the dirty plays. You got to rely on your teammates. Mitchell can drop like 35 points. Technically, if Caitlin will evolve and stop playing like she did in Iowa, just like, Angel Reese got to continue to evolve. People be shocked by her double-doubles. LSU, she was always getting double-doubles. She broke records with double-doubles. Double-doubles is Angel Reese superpower.
Yes,
It's something she was birthed with. It's something she always gets. Other things she has to improve on, but that's something she was blessed with from day one. With Caitlin, she was blessed with being a pure shooter. She could shoot from the perimeter at any time, pull up, and just drop it, right? But she has to improve on defense, and she also has to trust her teammates because there's no reason why Mitchell shouldn't be dropping 30 points and Caitlin dropping 30 points and Aaliyah Boston in the paint, scoring at the very least 20-something points. You can't say it's not the team. You can't blame the team either because last time there was some components where you could be like, all right, team synergy is an issue. But currently, you can't stop trying to blame the organization. Stop trying to blame the coach. Stop trying to blame the refs because the refs sucks across the board officiating. At the end of the day, she flopping too much. And she's not even acting to the same level as SGA over there with the Thunder because he's missed the flop a lot. But, usually he gets his calls. But you saw how it backfired, though.
Yeah.
When the refs stopped giving them the calls, the Thunders, they fucked up against the Spurs.
They lost.
So, a lot of the times also when Caitlin turns the ball over, it's due to her flopping. You're not going to always get the fucking calls. Just fucking play.
I think there's I'll see saying because we've been paying attention, but I just feel one of the reasons why that may be the case, and because they was like downplaying Steph Curry's athletic capability. Is he a 360 windmill slam dunking nigga? No, absolutely not. Can he get it up there? Yeah, he can. But he actually is kind of crafty and clever and kind of like an otter. I always thought Steph Curry's style of playing when the ball isn't in his hands, kind of like a little otter.
When he got Draymond and when he got Clay and when he got all the pieces he needed, he took off. Caitlin's in the same situation where she has all the right pieces already.
But we're talking about being able to strip the ball, like, force turnovers.
Like Steph is able to do, right?
Realistically, no, Caitlin would need to play on the other side of the ball because you can't be compared to Michael Jordan and playing on the west side of the ball. What about the east? You got to be two-way. We gotta have the blade sharp on both sides, right?
This is the problem that Caitlin's having. Olivia, Paige, Fudd, the rest of them they're two-way players.
And the reason why I told you guys, let me put this up here real quick. I told you all this was a conspiracy because too many of the other women were shining. Then you have this one play, and now they've turned Caitlin again into Mother Mary. And now everybody got to have dialogue around whether or not she's been harmed. And
that's why
that type of stuff.
I'd be like, so what? Moving on.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like, because I do believe everybody's moving on. First of all, the other players are too spectacular. And again, I do think This is where this is all about racism, and I'm gonna tell you why. Anytime other groups, especially black folks, are having fun, somebody who's racist and white will come along and they will land a victim flag somewhere.
Oh yeah,
it happens all the time.
Anti-blackness at the expense of other white people too, because Marina over there in Toronto,
yes,
she dropped 53 points.
And nobody, you notice they don't gravitate. They're not gravitating towards that.
We want to talk about a pure shooter. She was dropping dimes even on Chicago Sky. And then they traded her over to the Suns.
Yes.
And she was dropping dimes. And then she finally found the team that's really right for her, chemistry rise.
Right.
She been on fire over there in Toronto.
And you know what's crazy?
Fire with the tempo.
My only thing about the white evangelical racist that's talking about pray for Caitlyn because the other blacks are beating her. I said,
Lord, can we save Caitlyn from the big bad blacks? I just want to say, Jeffrey, we have to do something to protect Caitlyn Clark. Do you have a prayer you can lead, Pastor?
Yes. Shambaka, in the name of Jesus, protect our beautiful Queen Caitlyn. We understand, Jesus, that blacks have the curse of Ham on them. And
the curse of Ham.
And we do understand in the name.
They're trying to curse Caitlyn. Amen.
Yes. And her beautiful white skin is as pure as snow, as a white woman. And a strong white woman for all other strong little white girls to see her dominate the demon blacks in the WNBA in the name of Jesus.
And that poison apple.
She's fighting all of the black lesbians in the WNBA because she is a straight white female.
And I have a theory. I personally believe the reason why Paige and the rest of them aren't getting beat like Caitlyn is because they're, and I'm sorry that I'm about to say this, they're carpet munchers.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
I don't know who Marina is, but I'm sure she has a girlfriend.
Yes.
And if the white women in the WNBA, if they were straight, they would be getting pounded on like Caitlyn is doing.
Yes,
Shambaka. It is a homosexual ritual.
Yes,
created by the blacks.
Yes, Shambaka. Yes, you might as well call them vacuum cleaners because they keep sucking on that carpet. I'm looking at the tweets. Are y'all acting like there are no other white women in the WNBA? They act like Caitlyn Clark is the only white woman in the WNBA. Have y'all noticed this? So, you know what? Look, y'all need to think every day, whatever entity, deity, or ancestor worship you do, you need to think every day, you all, that you don't have a victim mentality. You know, I cannot believe they literally went somewhere and found a way to be harmed and hurt.
I do like even lyricists who talk about not being a victim. Like, you still got to get up and get it.
Got to get it.
One of the lyrics I like, even when Kendrick used to be talking that type of stuff in, you know, his work. You know, if you able-bodied, you got all your limbs and all that.
Yeah.
Please save the victims for people who are actually victims. Bad things gonna happen to all of us.
Yeah.
And struggle and obstacles, okay? But you should not be crying when you got millions of dollars, when everything's intact. You should be using your energy to help people who really fucking need it, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, like even like the viral moment, like they don't even get behind like winnable moments for themselves. Like that's why I told you guys, like usually extremely white races, they lose money and they're the victims, right? Like they avoid all of the classic moments. Like even the one viral moment with Sophie Cunningham pointing. Arnold Schwarzenegger retweeted that shit. That shit is funny, right? Because she said another player told her not to point at her, so she pointed at her, and it became a viral moment. So, look, I just saw it in Cindy. We talked about this before, but I did say, you know, you got to be careful. You don't want your listeners and you don't want your supporters to rebrand you as a victim.
Yeah, she's Bubble Girl now.
Yeah.
She a bubble girl.
That shit
You
made me
know, I
laugh.
like,
She
nah,
retweeted that.
people don't
They
respect
had
that.
Caitlin Clark wrapped up in duct tape
If you
and
had-
saran wrap. They called her bubble girl.
Even if you played sports in high school and college, like nobody respects that shit if you keep crying all the fucking time.
All the time?
You know, we remember when Cam Newton was on the ground, we said, get your big ass off
Oh
the
man,
floor.
that pissed me off so bad
But-
because
And
I still
remember
like
how
Cam.
white people, I still fuck with Cam.
Yeah, I like Cam.
I think his show is funny.
And I think he be cooking Gilly.
But
He
when
cooking the shit out of Gilly.
his big ass was on the ground, ain't nobody gave him no mercy.
Come on, nigga, get up.
They
You
said,
at the
get
Super
your
Bowl.
big ass up.
Nigga, you at the Super Bowl,
I don't want to
shawty.
hear no crybaby shit about Caitlin Clark. You supposed to be a warrior. You supposed to be an athlete. Get your ass off the fucking floor and stop fucking crying.
What's that song with one of my favorite songs with Future and Meek Mill? And my favorite verse from that is Future. He said, nigga, get out your feeling. Come on, nigga, let's go get it. Like, come on, nigga, let's go get it. Get out your feelings. That's my favorite bars from that song. And I don't feel that from Caitlin Clark or her people. That's why I hate to see they wet blanket asses coming.
And I also think people need to start roasting that fan base. I don't have time for no Martin.
It's sports.
I don't got no Martin Luther King talking points for y'all. Get your stupid asses out the way. Y'all know what y'all talking about.
Martin Luther King would be yelling at CC, get your ass up!
And also, white liberals getting on my nerves too.
What they doing now?
Because they were doing the same shit. Remember back, even with the Angel Reese thing, they call her ghetto and all that other stuff because she did the now you see me, now you can't.
That shit was funny.
It was funny. Fuck Caitlin Clark. I don't give a fuck. Them people fucking crying and shit. I would say the same thing for any fucking athlete being a crybaby bitch in their fucking audience. I don't have time for that shit. When Cam Newton big ass was crying on the fucking
in the middle of the Super Bowl,
like a fucking crybaby, everybody told him get his big ass up.
And Cam got no mercy.
Sometimes when LeBron be crying too much, people say, "Man, get up,
your ass up, nigga."
You know, the Williams.
Yeah.
People was trying to call him a coward for not wanting to go into the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Athletes have dealt with way harsher shit than this Caitlyn shit. She better be a fucking adult and stop fucking crying. Her and her slow ass fan base. Like somebody supposed to be scared of them. They act like you fucking acting like they gangsters online. Like somebody supposed to be scared of their asses. Beat feet.
You can't be a victim and gangster. Which one is it? That's my thing about the CC whinings. That's my thing with them. What are y'all? Are y'all alpha or victims? That's what I never understood about white supremacists. I never understood about skinheads or racist evangelicals. All right. Are y'all victims or conquerors? Which one? Because all the other girls outside stepping like they conquerors.
Step.
All right. You know, so it's like that song by Suave Bishop that we fuck with, you know. So I just, you know, and I try not to get to it because it's a little bit tempting to roast CC herself. All right. I have to see how it plays out. You know, if she takes ownership, I don't know. You know, I don't watch too many of her press conferences afterwards because I genuinely not interested in the CC thing. Because I know when I see that, I know I'm going to see a lot of familiar personalities, media personalities I'm not interested in. But also the other side of the reason why Caitlyn has to be careful, though, even the grifters are not interested in defending her as much.
Not anymore because they see that there's just talent and they realize she's not Michael Jordan. And she never was.
No.
I don't even know what the hell they came with that lying-ass thing. Talk about she Michael Jordan. I thought her perimeter shooting was great. I thought she had great moments because guess what? When she waved Raven and said you can't shoot from the perimeter.
That was funny.
It was funny. And I wasn't fucking crying. And I wasn't doing no black girl lost, nothing like that. This is fucking basketball.
You got
Get
it or
it
you
together.
don't. Yeah.
So now that they're trying to have a trail of tears, when it's the reverse, I don't give a fuck if people say, now you see me, now you don't in front of her fucking face. I don't care if people trash talk. Even Olivia understands. She said, I'm not really naturally a trash talker, But as a freshman in the WNBA, I'm not gonna let nobody punk me out.
No, she breaking ankles. I fuck with Olivia Miles, man. I like that. I like that style of playing. Like she breaking ankles.
Even Paige. Paige is like a dove.
Yeah.
She don't really she don't do dirty plays.
No.
And when she got slapped in the lips, she tried. You saw recent games. She was talking that talk too.
Yeah, she was.
And she's not a dirty player.
Popped her in the lip.
Olivia's not a dirty player either.
Fucked up her lip gloss. So you already know.
But Caitlyn, who is a dirty player herself,
Caitlyn is a dirty player,
is crying
Shawty.
a trail of tears. Get out my face.
Caitlyn, she's snatching girls' ponytails in the
It's
back.
like what you said about the Frenchman.
Oh yeah,
Spurs.
Wemby.
You said when Wemby crying about dirty plays, he can't because he's a dirty player.
You a dirty player.
Dirty players can't cry about dirty plays.
Listen. If you was fucked up, because you usually just kind of stay in your zone. But I don't like these dirty players. Like Caitlin Clark is one step away from kicking sand in another girl's eye. Okay? And every time, I'm not going to lie, I don't really be interested in the games because it's too much. You're too...
Who do well as dirty players.
Right.
But because she's a pure scorer, it actually gets in the way.
Yeah.
Every time she do that weird flop, back neck, dumb shit, she turns over the ball. It's like nobody got time for your fake flopping. It looks horrible, and it looks awkward. It just looks really fucking bad. You know who used to be really good at it?
Right.
Even though they're not anymore, but they used to be really good at it.
Who's that?
You know who it is, Mr. Beard.
Oh, Harden.
Harden used to be really good at it.
James Harden, he mastered that shit.
He mastered that shit.
That nigga that was jujitsu.
And he put his chest out just a little bit.
Woo.
Cole.
Yeah.
And so he get the
nigga was
scores,
Denzel.
He scores on the perimeter, and then he get his free throw.
No, yeah.
He used to be really good.
He used to always being able to get them texts.
In fact, Harden walked so CGA can fly.
Yeah. But no,
he can run.
Yeah, that was my thing. Even with Wemby, like Wemby, bro, you know you a big ass, tall, dirty player. Like, go look at the stuff Wemby does. He's a dirty player. He kicking niggas in the nuts. He's pushing their neck into the court. He's like putting spit on his fingertips and sticking it in their ear. And then he cries. I'm like, nah, Wemby, we're not gonna do that. Same thing with Caitlyn. I look at Caitlyn the same way. Caitlyn is not a clean player. She's a very dirty player. She's snatching on girls' locks and stuff and throwing them around, or she's making faces and all this other type of stuff. I just think that's my biggest gripe with Caitlyn outside of her supporters. And I think this was intentional to get her back in the middle of the algorithm because
because nobody was talking about her.
Yeah, nobody was talking, and they got to sell them jerseys.
Because all them they trying to sell her sneakers. Her jerseys are already selling. Mm-hmm. They trying to sell her sneakers.
This is money.
I think this is okay. This is a conspiracy from Thought Crimes. Where's the Illuminati button?
All right, come on, let's go.
She tried to get rid of the racists because they were bad for her image in the WNBA, but then she needed it for her sneakers to sell. Her jerseys are selling just for people who fuck with basketball, right?
Right, yeah.
But she need them sneakers to sell.
You got to get them shoes to sell.
So,
and ain't no rappers wearing them.
Remember, Angel Reese with her Reeboks, she came with the Poison Ivory sneakers and whooped feet to ass her and Howard and the rest of them. The Atlantic Dream whooped the Indiana Fever's butt. That wasn't good for CeCe's debut with her sneakers. No. And then Asia, the face of the WNBA, is getting talked about. Olivia, everybody was getting cited for. Paige and all that. Marina, everybody was getting talked about. So last week, they did Order 666.
Victim!
Let's bring back the old slow crackers to try to energize her.
Mama!
So the sneakers can be looked at again.
Mama! Caitlyn being attacked. Oh, Lord, let's pray. Look, I'm telling y'all, that's not good for your brand. But, yeah, Angel Reese, and you know what I said? Bring her to Atlanta. And I love Chicago. I got family out there, bloodline and everything out there. Y'all know I love Chicago. Shouts out to my Chicago Reelers, right? However, I knew somebody was hating on Angel up in them upper offices because ain't no way they were making the moves and the plays they were doing with her, and it didn't seem like it was out of spite to check her and quote-unquote her ego. She's a young, emerging talent. She's an athlete in a combative sport. She gonna need to have that ego. So when they said she going to Atlanta, I said, y'all just blessed her.
Also, Asia,
that's the best thing you can do was send her to Crystals.
Asia do got the best sneakers out right now. Asia Wilson got the best fucking sneakers out right now. I would put Angel Reese probably in second and third place. I like where she's been doing with collaborating with certain artists for her Reeboks designs, and
love it, man.
She's definitely to
25
to basically copy off of the great Lupe, sexy sneakers.
You hear that, Lupe?
Sexy.
What you say, Lupe? The great Lupe. Come on now.
The greater Lupe. Yeah. Sexy sneakers.
Oh, we got to be careful. The greater than Kendrick Lupe. All right? All right? Hey, Kendrick, don't get at me, nigga. He said it. All right? But outside of that, yes, absolutely. I am enjoying what I'm seeing from the WNBA. It's definitely giving us a real show, real competition. And, of course, you always got to have an annoying base. And, unfortunately, in this moment here for CC, it's her audience.
Speaking of Atlanta, what we got, Twin, with Future? You know, Future, the real me. Radio is a good first leading track. Mm-hmm. What story does Future has left? I mean, some people feel like Sean C., they want to hear him talk about the battle. But I personally feel like Future may be able to get away without doing it because he's a smooth criminal. I mean, he got to have Kendrick on his album with Like That, which is a dope ass song. Then he's on Iceman, Ran to Atlanta, which is a good song. I like Molly Santana, a breakout verse. She has a lot of charisma. Mm-hmm. Then he was on like 5 tracks on the fall off. Right. First of all, is he doing Haitian magic? Let's start there. So what do you think?
I think that's a good opening scene. That was nice.
What does he have left to tell at this? He has an amazing career. Yeah. You know, what is there left to do? What is there left to say?
I do want to talk about the Sean C. thing real quick. What is he going to say? What you want him to sing in it? Man, it started out like this, and Drake did it. Then I was saying, Kendrick, I said, come here.
Future, I want to know what's going on, like, you know, the battle, what took place. Right. What took place in 2024?
Man, you know what I'm saying? When I got down to it, I thought about saying, man, Kendrick could be good for this track. And then when I saw him go all the way up, I said, I need to call Drake.
Okay. Is anything else that, you know, you want to talk to us about? Anything else going on?
I just want people to know the real me.
So who's the real you?
You'll see.
Right. Future don't really talk like that except for with Sierra. That's the only time in his entire career where he talked. That's it.
Okay.
Like, we've never seen Future talk except for Sierra. He was whining on The Breakfast Club. He was whining on Hot 97. He was whining online. He's never in his career done that outside of Sierra. That's it.
Well, the only other thing too, when Future talks about like things that go on in his family, you know, but
it's not for the radio.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that nigga talk about that fucking battle from 2024.
I just want the people who were directly involved with to have their little period pieces, which I think Kendrick,
I thought we got that with We Don't Trust You though.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I don't know what they talking about, like, because we got that with We Don't Trust You. At the moment.
And he don't want to double back into it.
Oh, I mean, him and Drake seem cool.
And everybody got to say their piece.
Everybody got to say,
Drake had got to say his thoughts on Iceman. Kendrick said his thoughts on GNX. And then J. Cole gave his perspective on Birthday Blizzard and
them niggas want more content. That's what Sean C said. That nigga want more content. Y'all niggas ain't slick. You niggas just want more content.
I thought Sean C was slick, but he was funny though.
Yeah, I actually like the radio single. I do see that it's a bit of a playoff of some of the melodics that we saw with Too Hard for the Radio when Drake did the Mac Dre flip too. So I thought that was a bit interesting, but so far I really like the song. I really like the video too. just seems like a chill Coco Cabana joint, you know.
Coco Cabana.
Yeah, like it. Honestly, it's
banana.
a vacation record.
It is a vacation. He should. You know what? He trying to make a summer hit. That's the real him.
That's real me.
The real me.
Trying to
He
get up on
wants.
them charts. Fuck all that other shit. Everybody shook hands. Niggas don't like each other. They don't fuck with each other.
So, Future, you like? Is it over? Like, you like? There's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing else to say, man. I'm just talking about the radio. My new album coming out. The real me.
Okay, FIFA. What about that? With you talk about World Cup?
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. You like it?
Yeah. No, I mean, you doing your thing. You know. You know. Also, because you never went and did any of the political stuff, like you could do whatever you want corporate wise, and nobody gonna care.
I mean, that's all you got to do, you know, because everybody get caught up and canceled. I got time for that.
I think I keep telling people, if you did not grow up in Atlanta, you don't understand Future. I'm not here to fuck up my money. That's it. I'll donate to charity. I'll fund some shit. I'll work with Killer Mike behind the scenes. But y'all ain't getting my face on no billboard nowhere.
No, Future has always been like, I like working with everybody. He like working with conscious rappers.
Yeah.
He like working with the strip club rappers. He like working and collaborating with the old heads, right. The people who are younger than him.
Yeah.
You know, YNs included. He works with everybody.
So I just think with that, and again, I do feel like there are other acts that are going to be coming out with some pretty clean, dope albums. I am going to be interested in seeing what the other people are doing. But so far, I do fuck with the Future joint. I think, you know, remember going back to what Sid and I said, folks are unceremoniously a little bit too serious right now. It's a little bit too serious. Like, they don't even want to laugh at jokes, you know. So it doesn't matter. So I just think it's good to break up the energy. As far as anything with the beef, you got We Don't Trust You. All right? And y'all know every time Future breaks up with another Scorpio, he gives you some of his best work. All right? He did it with Sierra, Dirty Sprite 2. He did it again with Drake. We Don't Trust You.
Yes, FIFA. Thank you, Black McBain. Go ahead, Prince. Continue.
Yeah. So overall, no, I really messed with it. I like the energy. I thought it was a well-produced joint. And I'm going to be looking forward to seeing what else the album sounds like and checking out some other stuff as well. But yeah, absolutely. I think that era's over. You know, I think we can move on forward. Did y'all want to move on forward? Do y'all want to? Who else do y'all want?
Do y'all want to move on forward?
Do y'all want to hear Metro rap? You want to hear him explain about the beef too?
I think that we need to move forward from Jimmy Iovine's trap. Also,
we need a moratorium for that.
Monty talked about holy shit. I was thinking about this book, 1984. I read, then your channel popped up. I was like, Thought Crimes. Yeah. And then he said 84 on the screen. Was the book your channel name inspiration? A lot of things inspired us to come out with Thought Crimes. Just all the dystopic
Thought
books that were really about the infrastructure of government, you know, culture.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of different things inspired us to come up with Thought
Appreciate
Crimes.
you, though. Shouts out to Monte, M9K. So shouts out to Monte in the building. Yeah, you know. Oh, yeah. I did see Black Thought on stage with Nas. I thought that was interesting. They need to stop bullshitting, though. Nas and Black Thought need to get their asses into the booth together. Okay? All right? They do need to drop an official track, you know, and we need to see if people are going to allow Black Thought to walk them down on their own track. Because I do believe Black Thought on that one. I always felt a lot of MCs were scared of that nigga on the mic. All right? So I definitely would like to see Black Thought get in the booth with Nas. There's a lot of MCs. I think I don't know too many MCs that would probably get a better verse off of Black Thought in the booth.
I just want to focus on having fun, like even in the music. Like people can't even do music breakdowns without people bitching.
I know.
Because of so many industry people on there right now. It's like if people want to break down people's beefs, there's nothing negative about that. We used to have DVD beef.
Yes.
Series that was
by QD3, Quincy Jones III.
It was fun.
This is
like, I mean, like, who are these police officers telling everybody what to do? Look,
media cops.
If you want to break down and retro go back into the beef and break shit down from Iceman
perfectly
and
fine.
GNX and
Have at it, Hoss.
7-minute drill and all that. You have every right to do that. Who gives a fuck? These online industry camps are these industry camps that are online on the internet right now is trying to stifle everybody's freedom of speech.
Yes.
And they're creating is making everything stagnant. Like, and also another thing too, there are a lot of people's styles that also was bit up during this time. People forget that there were certain channels that always looked intricately into things. Prince and I for years have looked into things. Even when we, our narrations talking about was Jay-Z sending assassins to Drake with Meek and Pusha T and so on and so forth. Like, okay, everybody like have fun with doing these narrations. Like, I'm tired of these fucking crybabies policing everybody. People can say what the fuck they want. People could do what the fuck they want. And we don't need no fucking cops telling us what the fuck to do.
Well, they're going to get understanding. Now, what's interesting about those people that, for some of them that started out in 2024, they're getting their education. The audience does what it wants to do. Okay? The more you try to, like, no, this is what we're going to talk about, probably going to get some people to listen to you. It might drop down less and less. But people usually are like, I think people got to understand, like, with music, people treat music like a buffet. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I like a track here. I don't really like this girl's music like that.
Jimmy Iovine wants y'all to just be a super fan.
A super
for one
slave.
person.
Want y'all to be a super slave.
First of all, who listens to one artist only? Like, how does that even work?
Maybe you've been cut off from the internet. I don't know. Because that's happened in the past, but I don't think it happens as nowhere near frequency now. Ariel Smoke says, because I missed Celtics, let me see what he says here. He says, because I missed the Celtics part of the live, here's my 2 cents. Jaylen is a good player and deserves better, but he and Tatum are both 2s, not 1s.
That's a fair assessment. Super 2s.
Well, I think
in moments they do 1.
I think
shine at was 1 in moments.
I think they're effective, but also, Ariel, because of what goes on, I think some people in the back office was messing around. And I've seen that with their roster, too.
Yeah.
So I actually think they could.
Jaylen Brown still carried the Celtics. He's been carrying them for a while.
People can say what they want to say, but I don't think Jaylen, even Tatum, or any of the guys, I don't think they've had the freedom. I don't think they've had as much freedom as it appears to be. Because think about them even playing with this trade situation with Jaylen. And a lot of times they'll do that to also lower a player's value in the market.
Which is what Stephen A. Smith, another Illuminati conspiracy.
Yeah, okay, let me put this up on the screen real quick. Stephen A. Conspiracy. Right.
I think that he's trying to lower Jaylen Brown in the market because the white people told him to.
Yeah, and the other teams agreed.
That's why Jaylen father is coming out because he's trying to fight for his son against a corporate hit job.
They do it all the time.
A corporate assassination job.
They do it all the time, and they're comfortable with this. They're comfortable with this. Remember, to put you in your place, people would rather not make money, other than you walk around here as they think, as an uppity Negro. So I think that's interesting. And even the idea that other teams were looking like, oh, we're not biting, it makes it seem like Jaylen Brown is undesirable.
Yeah, no, he's the number one options on the Celtics. Yeah, I think Ariel's talking about like in the broader scope of the NBA period, that he's up there but not number one. But he's the number one option on the Boston Celtics because he's been carrying that team. And Stephen A. Smith and the rest of them, they just trying to take him out. It's really that simple. Trying to take him out. All right. Anything else we have to say in this morning show, Prince? Did we cover everything? BET. We covered Future. We covered the WNBA. And we covered Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. I just want to check something real quick for you. I'm just responding to someone. Yes. I get what you're saying about that, and no sin, absolutely correct, and we'll definitely finalize it on this note. But I do want to be clear. They're trying You're trying to put Jaylen Brown earlier in a Harden situation. Is not going to happen because Harden doesn't have a ring. Jaylen does at least have one championship ring. So you can't really, the way Stephen A. Smith, with his 1.5 point career, the way he's trying to market it, he's trying to make it seem like Jaylen Brown is worthless. And ladies and gentlemen, he's got a chip on his finger. You get what I'm saying?
They called him to do it. He's the Al Sharpton of the sports world. I
told y'all, this is as far as corporate mainstream level, this is the worst era of sports broadcasting, folks. That's just how I feel about it.
He's from New York. You would think he would still be on the high with the Knicks.
He already grumpy.
Like, bro, something that everyone thought wasn't going to be obtained and happened. Like, nigga.
He went right on to the next job.
It's Galactus. They're planet eaters. They're never satisfied.
That's a great way of looking at it because I feel if it was any of the other jazzier ones, even Brian Gumble, I think we would have been able to have as a culture be able to lean more into the breakdown of the Knicks' victory. Everything. So the social media aspect of sports broadcasting it's just ruining things. It's just so. It's like you said. It's so Jerry Springerish. It's just look like even when they put Shannon and Stephen A. Smith, when they put them over to the WNBA, they were looking for Jerry Springer topics to talk about. And that's why they only focused on Caitlin Clark and not none of the other ladies.
Also, before we close out, Doechii said she's going to get a body. You heard her saying to all them niggas who was talking shit, she said she got some music. That's the thing that I wanted to hear from her years ago. Like, you got to bring that energy.
Can I ask you a question, black woman?
Sure.
Okay. With your internal hard drive memory as a black woman, tell me, am I lying? Didn't I say early on,
You said that
she was going to catch a body in her career?
You said that like 2-3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, I said.
She has the potential to do it. She can rap, she can sing, she can dance.
Doechii is going to catch a body in her career. I already know it. So she said she's going to catch a body.
She said she got something to say for all them haters. That's what she said on this clip I saw on X.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Again, we thought the Lauryn Hill tribute was fire. I think some of the people need to loosen up concerning Drewski. But I think
tribute was fire too.
D'Angelo, yes, it was fire. I think they're soft launching Keke Palmer for next year. So we'll see what takes place with that. But, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we'll have an additional show to talk to you all about. Also, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, on our Patreon, we do have a podcast up right now about gatekeeping, the failing gatekeeping economic depression. So we kind of went a little bit more explicit into some details. You guys can check it out. It is on our Patreon. Again, even if you just sign up for the free tier, you can get the notifications, and then you can option up to which tier, whatever particular post is feeding your interest.
We also got some occultic riddles for y'all to check out as well about what we think is going to happen to certain industry media personalities and people in the industry. Also, don't forget to check out B More and I Friday show. We will be live again.
Yes, you guys did a fantastic job too.
This Friday at 6:15 p.m. Last Friday we talked about the fourth house and how it's very important how you maintain your fourth house because it's your altar. As y'all heard with the story with Prince and I, his acquaintance, a man, put immortal technique on his altar by putting him on the wall.
A lot of bad magic
in his living room.
Bad manifestation.
He let immortal technique into his home. He manifested, and immortal technique allegedly took his girl. Because you was worshiping him, and you shouldn't be worshiping no human being. Number one.
No.
But
I listen to your music, but I don't worship you.
So y'all go check that out. It's already on the Patreon. The podcast version is up on the Patreon as well.
You got to look for the thumbnail that you'll see for the podcast thumbnail. It is the one you see on. You go ahead, Sam.
It's going to be on the esoteric tier, and then also we talked about the Pluto in Aquarius. A lot of people
of good energy
are doing stuff online on the internet have to realize that people from the dark web is now on the lighter part of the internet. that include mafias, CIA agents, FBI agents, CIA agents on podcasts, gang members, Italian mobsters, all online, fighting for power, the power of the internet. So check that out also, because we talked about that. And we will have a part 2 since so many people enjoyed the fourth house conversation. We'll have more on it. And we also will have more on it pertaining to Pluto and Aquarius, on top of some new topics that we're going to add for Friday's show.
Also, did y'all see this clip? It looks like Kurt Franklin was about to box. He was about to get into a fight behind the scenes at the BET.
That's always happening at the BET Awards. Somebody behind the scenes fighting.
Yeah. Kurt Franklin. Yeah. No, I'm not going to lie to y'all because homeboy keep yelling at him. I say, I don't know, player. Kurt Franklin kind of stocky, you know. You don't want to get uppercut right up under your chin talking shit, you know. You got to watch little niggas like that when they cut like that, too. So, never know, Kurt Franklin. All right, y'all. Again, y'all can go ahead and check out the esoteric tier on the astrology talk. Like Sin stated, Be More and Sin did a great job. They broke down what was going on with the fourth house, the dynamics of, you know, what are you bringing into reality, you know, unfortunately. Immortal technique, smashing your girl. But also they talked about Pluto and Aquarius. There's a lot of aggressive energy going on. A lot of Aquarian energy also on social media. You see people, they're so diametrically opposed.
Groups can be instigated to fight each other. I mean, that's even what you saw.
Yeah.
Even, just to give you a small sample of 2024, it was, you know, dragging people into collectives, targeting Drake or targeting Kendrick or whatever. It's just about making people extremists. You know, when you have to deal with the shadow side of the collective, that means it could be anything. It could be a group of people, a club. A club can start becoming overly serious and antagonizing another club. It could be gangs, street gangs fighting each other. It could be mafia's internal situations that spill over into the internet. It could be online super fans, you know, attacking to see who's the super fan supremacist, you know, who's the strongest of them all. Just be careful with networks, because networks, in their aspirations of trying to gain power, a network can be destroyed. So you could destroy your own network by being too greedy. So all that has been talked about on the Patreon. Just make sure you check it out and be wise.
And because it's that Pluto, some of y'all got stuff started. It's hard to reel that thing back. Come on, go back inside. Cabals fighting cabals. Exactly. So you guys get a chance. Is it going to be on Crowdcast or YouTube? I couldn't get in. The audio is up right now on the esoteric tier, so when you click on it, you should see the audio and you'll have complete access to it. So
it's also going to be on YouTube. Be More and I decided that we prefer the esoteric tier for right now to be on YouTube. So the link for the esoteric tier to the YouTube link is going to always be there for y'all to check it out behind the paywall, so y'all can get in there and enjoy the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, you can subscribe to our Patreon, and just even if you hit the free tier, again, you'll get the notifications for any other tiers about things that are going on, because Sin and I usually are posting to the free tier for people to say, like, if you want to check out a story or podcast, or we also do article write-ups. Sin and I, we do write, you know, we're writers. So we always have those things, and then we're working on some exclusive animations for you all specifically for the Patreon.
And also, this is a great time, though, to get rid of dead weight, though. Like, if you feel like there's people who are trying to weigh you down for trying to have an online identity that don't suit you, you can kick them off. Yeah, you know, like, and I personally don't care about sacrificing views or getting rid of people if they're trying to make me into a super fan for a particular artist, or
Send a part of the Illuminati.
If they want me to go in a direction that I know is spiritually stupid, because I've already seen what is about to happen. And that's also fine. You don't need to try to pigeonhole yourself in a trap to try to appease people you don't fucking know.
Yeah, so it's okay, folks. You're just going to have the courage to form your own identity. And who cares if your views go down and then you got to build them back up? That's cool, too. Do it. Because I tell you what, it sucks to be sitting at the top of all of those views and you're like, man, you know what? I think I want to cover something else. And the people don't jump with you. Yeah, nah, bro, I ain't came here for that. Nigga, I don't care about your grandma.
And I look, and it's ain't about ego. I do not want people to come here just because they want to hear about Kendrick, Drake, and stuff. If you want to be a super fan and that's who you only care about and that's your only topic, you have the right to do that because there's dope channels that do Tupac 24/7.
Absolutely.
But this is not the channel for you. I want people, and I also don't want people who are sensitive about opinions
or jokes.
There are people here who love Kendrick and I do not care. There are people in the chat who love Drake, love Cole.
Yeah.
Love Jay-Z, whatever. I do not care. You express yourself freely, and we're going to express ourselves freely. That is the deal. And if you're too triggered for that, well, then there's other platforms for you to go to.
Yeah, there's people here. Strangely enough, they love mayonnaise sandwiches. You guys got it. You can keep it.
I do not like being pigeonholed when it comes to thoughts. And
well, I think I feel the weight is being lifted because, you know, people say, hey, there's other things going on. And I think people want to just continue to have fun because, hey, that's what's going to happen anyway. And again, like we always say, you can't bully, as Alex Jones says, the blacks. You can't bully them because once they've made up their mind that they're no longer interested, that's just it.
You know what Denise Williams said? Free. And we also, we're going to listen to DJL one more time with the beautiful sample from Lauryn Hill.
Yes, absolutely. So, we hope you guys have been having fun and enjoying yourselves. We're going to be putting this up. And again, y'all can get over there and support Be More and Sin because they did the Esoteric Talk. They did a fantastic job as they always do. It was fun, and people was having fun in the chat, and people was bringing a chart. And they was like, yo, guys, why is my money so fucked up right now? And, they just did some, quick shots here and there again. So, again, want y'all to continue to have fun, enjoy yourselves. Remember, you all, you've enjoyed this culture before. And if you feel like you've been grumpy about it, you can always enjoy it again. All right? I always tell people that. It's kind of like when guys just say, yo, bro, where the girl game is at? Bro, there was girls playing games when we was little. What are you talking about? They was right there playing. They was blowing and wiping the disc down and everything. So, all right, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. We love you guys so much. You take care. Peace.
Dark
go
crime,
ahead, Sin.
You right. You should play that dark. We'll play Dark Thought Crimes, and then we'll play DJ.
Okay. All right. So you said you want to do Dark Thought Crimes.
Yeah, promo. Let's run it and then DJ.
All right, and then Will Smith. Right.
Right.
All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.
Thought Crimes.
Check, nigga. Huh?
Because I'm happy and I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow.
Batman.
And I sing happy. And I sing happy. And I sing happy. And I sing
Batman. Batman. Batman.
Your $5 ass down before I make change.
Batman.
Oh my god, what's this? Elvie?
Batman. Batman.
Oh my god, what's this? Elvie?
I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow.
Oh my god, what's this? Elvie?
Batman.
And I sing happy, and I sing happy, and I sing happy, and I sing
Thought crimes.
We are all the same. We are all the same. More group
Coming through your airwaves. All right, now I'm here to kick the ballistics. Check out Thought Crimes. Are you following me? Coming through your airways. Coming through your airways. You ain't gonna get me with that one.